Join me as I dive deep into the Bible to explain peace and security, and see if I can uncover why it truly matters for all of us today. Peace and security are concepts that have been at the forefront of human desire since the dawn of time. From ancient civilizations to modern nations, people have sought to establish a sense of safety and tranquility in their lives and communities. In the Bible, peace and security are not just fleeting feelings, but rather a deep-seated reality that can be experienced through faith in God. Today, our world is filled with uncertainty and turmoil. We're constantly bombarded with news of wars, terrorism, and social unrest. Many people are plagued by anxiety and fear, wondering if they'll ever find true peace and security. In our personal lives, we may face struggles with relationships, finances, or health, leaving us feeling helpless and unsure of what the future holds. We often try to find peace and security through our own efforts, but ultimately, we come up short. We may achieve temporary relief, but it's not long before the storms of life come crashing back in. We live in a world where the phrase peace and security is often used to describe the absence of conflict or war. But biblical peace and security go far beyond the absence of chaos. It's a state of being that's rooted in a deep trust in God and His sovereignty. It's a confidence that He is in control, even when our circumstances seem out of control. This kind of peace and security is not something we can manufacture on our own. It's a gift from God, available to all who put their faith in Him. Many people today are searching for peace and security in all the wrong places. They're trying to find it in material possessions, in relationships, or in their own abilities. But the Bible teaches us that true peace and security can only be found in God. When we put our trust in Him, we can experience a sense of peace that surpasses all understanding, even in the midst of turmoil. The Bible is filled with scriptures that discuss peace and security. In Psalm 29:11, we're reminded that God gives us strength and blesses us with peace. In Isaiah 26:3, we're told that God will keep in perfect peace those whose minds are steadfast, because they trust in Him. These scriptures and many others remind us that God is the source of true peace and security. But what does this look like in practical terms? How can we experience biblical peace and security in our daily lives? One powerful example is the story of Paul and Silas in Acts 16. Despite being beaten and thrown into prison, they prayed and sang hymns to God, and as they did, an earthquake shook the foundations of the prison, and their chains were broken. This incredible display of faith and trust in God in the midst of adversity is a powerful testament to the reality of biblical peace and security. In the midst of life's storms, we may not always see immediate deliverance, but we can still experience peace and security because we know that God is in control. He's working everything out for our good, even when we can't see it. This kind of faith is not about being naive or ignorant of our circumstances. It's about trusting in the sovereignty of God, even when we don't understand. The story of Paul and Silas reminds us that biblical peace and security are not just theoretical concepts, they're realities that can be experienced in the midst of life's toughest challenges. When we put our trust in God, we can live with confidence, knowing that He is our rock, our refuge, and our Savior. In conclusion, true peace and security are not things we can manufacture on our own, they're gifts from God, available to all who put their faith in Him. As we navigate the complexities of life, may we remember that God is our source of peace and security, and may we experience His presence in our lives in a deeper way. Thanks for watching, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on peace in the comments below. If you're interested in exploring more on this topic, be sure to check out my other videos on related subjects.